Hey, December 25th, 2025, I want to make another vlog. So here I am now. What is that going on? I want to talk about some other things too, about like what feels like a lot of secrecy and protection. Um, Especially I feel like live in a house that's like disruptive to like the purity of things a lot of time. So you know, say like I'm walking around the kitchen. Sometimes there's noise and sometimes there isn't, and then when there's not noise for a while, sometimes I can mentally reset and go back to like a thing where I'm going back and forth, as I'm pacing back and forth, but like a more pure mindset. Then things stay quiet for a while, and that then something just comes to me, and then I get the idea, and then I quietly walk upstairs and I go and do what I do. Yeah, and the other thing too is like being quiet. Something about like in Splinter Cell that parallels that. It's like if the guards hear you, they'll follow you. So it's like if I make noise around somebody, then in a way they can like follow me, and then you like ruminate on the energy and all that, and you get kind of bonded that way. So yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna talk about, but yeah, I didn't really sleep that steadily. I'm doing alright, but yeah, see, I did shave and I did the hair thing and all that too. So cool deal. Yeah. Yeah, I've like also learned to like isolate myself more from the other parts of the house. So even though, but there's still can be noise at times too. But when there's not, then I feel like that's like an open spot for like something to come to me, and then I get to do something. That's really nice. And the other thing too is like I don't know if I mentioned this before in another vlog, but it's like once I get done recording like an episode of Let's Play, then I do stuff where I can inspect it a little bit and I render it. Then I listen to it again to make sure my mic audio is working. Then I like back it up onto like a flash drive and then I upload it to the server and have it like scheduled and all that. And I have like music playing to like have music playing to like clear the vibe out and all that. Yeah, and go back to like mentally refreshing, right? And it's nice thing about computers too, because then you can be like re-instructed via plain text and all this stuff. Like your video will be set to public on this date, so then that's like your new cue that you did it. Even though in a way that's kind of like a picture where there's a picture of the car with stuff in it, and now there's a new picture of the car with nothing in it, and now you're just looking at it, you're just trusting that it is right, that you really did record off of that, and that way if you ruminate on that and somebody picks up those thoughts, then they'll pick up that clean version in the memory where it's basically like, yeah, no, this car has nothing in it when it really did have something in it. So yeah, and other part is too is like I play music or do whatever for a while, and by the time they get back to the house, then I could be like, if anyone asks, this is what I was doing, because then I just like let the music play and I just get mentally refreshed, and then that's like all I basically really know by the time they come back, you know. So yeah, yeah. Anyone ask? Oh yeah, no, yeah. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just listening to music. The more time I have to be alone in between, like when I record and get to play music, is like all the more I get to like mentally refresh and just restart, and I get to like get off in that refreshed, clean foot. So yeah. All right. See you around. Bye. Sorry, I'm back again. I remembered everything I want to talk about, and that is like having this anxiousness of wanting to get something done. Happens like with holidays and birthdays especially, but I also experience this with like when I want to finally record Let's Plays because of the way my situation is. Like I'm not always alone in the house, and when I do get time alone in the house, I have to utilize it correctly, right? So like, let's say like the holidays or wanting to like record Let's Play and have it go like I got stuff written up for whatever, right? So like building up to it it's like in most ways, building up to it and waiting for it is like the worst part actually. But when it actually comes, I flow through it step by step as I get it done. It's like today, like I was like starting to feel kind of tired, and I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta get myself showered up. And I remember like thinking like, oh yeah, the hard part is I gotta get my hair dry and I gotta like rub it around so I can get a nice little standing up shape out of it, right? So like the real part that really like gets me is like it's just burning in your mind. It's just burning and burning and burning in your mind over and over. It's like I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. And then when you finally do get to it, it's like you're just flowing through it real nicely, and you're feeling that sense of progress of getting one thing done after another. And that's like the thing too, like of Let's Plays. Like Let's Plays is a bit different though because like I have to like write something. I want to write something into Notepad, and a lot of this like anxiousness too. Like it also gets lumped in with like a lot of fear of unknown, which which I found that over and over again that's actually a good thing, because like stuff like I'm writing into there, like there's a certain like intent behind it, and then when I read it back later, I forget what that original intent is, and that's done by design, by the way. But yeah, once I get there, though, yeah, like building up to it though, like yeah, there's this sense of anxiousness, and but I like to take that and use that if I am going to have that anxiousness burning my mind, and I like to use it as a tool to drive me to get my butt going, get myself going, and get it done right. So I use that burning, lingering thought in my mind to like push myself and just get it done. Get it done step by step, and then I get it prepared, and then later on when I record it, then I just like flow through, and I just flow through it step by step, and it's just real nice. So yeah, that's the other thing I want to talk about. So now we can sign off. Bye. Back again for the third time. This is the format. You've seen it before if you've been watching me for a while, so deal with it. But back to like giving yourself the green light to like do what you do, especially when it comes to like commentary with hidden meaning in Let's Plays, right? Um, so yeah, you can like write it with a certain intent in the beginning, and then when you execute that later, you're just reading off a plain text thing and you forget the original intent, so you carry it out blankly in a sense. But you probably noticed already, but I just this sense of being one be thorough wanted me to record this third part and tell you that you can then like what, because the recording, okay, so like making it is step one, making it, right, writing it is step one, but step two is actually recording it. But step three is going back to it in your mind and then analyzing what you said from different angles or what you did from different angles. And then you can do that curation behind the scenes, as in step three will not be recorded. Step two is recorded. Step one is not, step three is not, but step two is. But step three, once you get done recording, step three is when you can look back in it in retrospect and analyze what you said. And then that retrospect and that looking back, as that's not getting recorded into the final product, you can go over in like different angles of like, oh yeah, it works this way and it works that way too, even though I didn't realize that at the time recording it, but when I look back at it in retrospect, I realized that. So then I can hiddenly, behind the scenes, give this particular recording even more of the green light that it probably has already to be uploaded. So there you go. Yeah, you can do that mentally. You can do that mentally, so you don't have like notepad, and you just go over in your mind what you want to do. Record yourself doing it, even though a lot of them might feel like, why am I saying this again? But then step three is you can go back over in your mind and then just look back in retrospect and be like, okay, fine, yeah, I'll give this green light to be uploaded. The blank one in between gets uploaded, but the process of thinking about it beforehand and afterhand to give it a green light will not be recorded for that particular final product. See ya. Bye.